The consultants seem to follow that money. Are they fighting against the 50-state strategy because there's not as much money in recruiting hundreds, sometimes thousands of candidates instead of just focusing on the presidential race?
Well, it starts with the chair of the party in the offices going to donors and saying to donors, look, we want you to invest in the DNC. We would like you to make a contribution to help us build the future of the party. Republicans, over a 10-year period during the Bush years, the Koch brothers and many, many others invested well over $150 million, not into making the RNC a beautiful little, mansion in Washington, D.C., but they invested in what I call grassroots politics. They identified the candidates, they trained the candidates, they then educated them on the issues, and then they helped run their campaigns. When the campaign season was over with, they took the best of every campaign. What worked? Was it data, analytics? Was it grassroots support? Was it media, messaging? They took the best of everything that they learned, and then they used it in the next cycle. And so over a 10-year period, in addition to redistricting and gerrymandering, their consultants were not hired to work in Washington, D.C. They were hired to work on the ground. And then they had ALEC, the American Legislative Exchange. I think that's the right name, but I call it ALEC. And ALEC was funded by corporations. They used that to write a quote-unquote a blue book on all of the issues, from abortion to voting rights to you name the climate change, to say, here's your policy, here's what you must advocate at this level in the legislature. So again, they kept building and building and building until they were able to take over not just state legislative houses, state houses, gubernatorial seats, but also all the way up to Congress. It was a bottom-up strategy. And the Democratic Party needs to take at least one page from that book. And I'm not saying, take a page from ALEC or take a page from the Koch brothers, but take a page in terms of go down to the city council level, the municipal level, and begin to harness a new crop of candidates. Begin to put those ideas into action, not just at the national level, put them into action at the local level. We should invest in public education at the local level. We should be investing in higher education at the state level. Put those ideas into action. If we do that, 10 years from now, we're going to have a different country, a different set of priorities, and clearly a different set of leaders in Washington, D.C. and across the country.